Coming off of a New Year's Six bowl victory, where will Tennessee wind up this postseason? We're going to take a look at some bowl projections for the Vols, and I'll give you my projection for them as well. So let's get started here. We'll start with 24/7 Sports. So 24/7 Sports has Tennessee playing Wisconsin in the Citrus Bowl. And if you're not aware, the Citrus Bowl is like the top bowl game pretty much outside of the New Year's Six. The SEC, if you look at the pecking order, the top SEC team that's not in the New Year's Six goes to the Citrus Bowl, and then the rest of them get divided up. Just kind of, there is no order exactly, but this is a pretty big bowl game, and it's not. I mean, again, I think it's the best bowl you can go to outside of the New Year's Six. So a pretty good bowl game for Tennessee playing Wisconsin. It's again SEC versus Big Ten, and I guess they've got probably the other three teams of the Big Ten, the top three teams, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, all making it to the New Year's Six would be my guess. Or I guess they do. They do. So that's what 24/7 Sports has got. And this is going to get a little boring because CBS Sports, they've got the same thing. They got Tennessee versus Wisconsin in the Citrus Bowl. And then the other outlet we're looking at, Athlon Sports, they've got Tennessee versus Wisconsin in the Citrus Bowl. I don't have it exactly like this, but I'll give you my projection in just a second. This is what we're going to do each week. So we're going to take a look at the schedule. We'll show you the games that have been played, and obviously none have been played right now. And then we will predict the rest of the schedule. So every week I'll give you a season outlook for Tennessee and give you a projection on where they're going to wind up in the postseason. Whether it's SEC championship, winning that, going to the playoff, or to a New Year's Six, or going to a regular bowl, or whatever the case may be. I mean, I'm pretty sure Tennessee's at least going to get to a bowl game. If they don't go 6-6, that would be shocking. But so right now, my preseason prediction for Tennessee, I've got them at 10-2. So this is how I see the season playing out right now. Again, this could change. We'll update it each week. But I think their losses will come to Alabama and Georgia. I just think the Alabama game, the revenge factor, the fact that it's on the road, I think that's going to be really, really tough for Tennessee to go in there and pull off a win. But I'm high on Tennessee. I think they're going to be about as good as they were last year. I don't think there's going to be really any drop-off. I think their offense is going to be explosive just like it was, and maybe we see some improvement on the defensive side of the ball. I think Milton will be good, maybe not quite as good as Hendon Hooker, but I think, again, he's going to be very solid for them at quarterback. But that's just a tough matchup there because of everything last year will have an effect on this game, I guarantee you. And then Georgia, I think Tennessee has a shot in this game. I've talked about it before. Last year's game, Tennessee, because Georgia, they're going to play you, they're going to man up. That's how they're going to play defense. And Tennessee missed some deep shots. Hendon Hooker had open receivers that it would have been touchdowns. There were at least 2 in that game. I'd have to go back and watch it to see if there were any more. If you hit those passes, Tennessee's in that game and they've got a shot. Not saying they would have won, but it would have been closer. And if they can hit some big plays like that, playing at home, get the crowd into it, the defense plays inspired, I think they have a chance against Georgia. But right now, without having seen these teams play this season, I'm going to stick with Georgia as my prediction there. So I've got them at 10-2, which you would think would be good enough to get into the New Year's Six, but the problem is I've got a bunch of 10-2 teams, and it's probably not going to play out this way. And it does bump Tennessee down. They just miss out on the New Year's Six. And I've got them in the Citrus Bowl, but I've got them playing Penn State. So Penn State I've also got at 10-2, and these two teams were just right there on the edge. But looking at the other teams and the conference champions, and you got to have your Group of 5 champion in there. These teams not quite ranked high enough to make it into a New Year's Six bowl, but they were right there on the edge. So I've got Tennessee versus Penn State, 2 10-2 teams going at it. This will be a big-time matchup here if it does wind up this way. And so not quite New Year's Six this year, but I don't really think Tennessee takes a step back. I know some people think that they're going to go 9-3 or 8-4. I don't think they do that. I think they do go 10-2 again. But as far as the bowl game goes, they do take, I guess, a little bit of a step back, not making it to the New Year's Six, but still a really good bowl game. Tennessee, Penn State in the Citrus Bowl. That's my prediction. What is your projection for Tennessee? Let me know what you think. Where do you think they're going to go bowling? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below.